And Mary's channel. Okay. There. Oh, come on. There we go. Chat. Just making it tonight or what?
Don't know. I haven't heard from him. I know he was talking about painting and doing a sign and no, and also maybe having his truck checked out. Don't know. I haven't heard from him. Okay, so we should be up. Oh, there's Recovery One drone. Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Dre?
Dre, everything going good with you? I hope it's not too hot out there in the Southwest. I got to remember to hit my own like button. Okay. Yep, Dre is first.
I like how he says it's back to normal. Heat in the high 90s.
High 90s. Oh man. Well, of course, you've got that same kind of heat, don't you, Justin?
Well, it's been like in the, it's 97 right now, and it's feels like 115.
Sure isn't the kind of weather you want to be outside in.
Go back. Okay, so it's 57% humidity. It's 97 degrees, feels like 115. It's freaking hot right now.
I didn't realize it was that late.
Oh, hey, how you doing, Paul?
I just got finished putting my bedroom back together.
Oh, it's Hurricane Dora. That's the name of that hurricane. It's over on Dre's side of the country.
Right. By the time I got through, put everything back together, dusted everything, wiped out all the cupboards out, get rid of all the dust. I was losing track of time here. Yeah. There it is, right there.
Got it done, huh?
Well, yeah, sort of. Okay. So anyway, oh, did I hit the wrong one? Yeah. Or try this again. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. Okay, now I see these are all in pieces, right?
Yeah,
So they're folded together, the headboard, the side cupboards, and then there's a shelf across there. Cleaned them all out, got the dust out of them, got my bed back together anyways.
all right.
It's coming. Yeah. Be able to sleep on my bed tonight. Nice clean,
What's up, Edward?
everything.
Edward, Laura, what's up? What do you mean, look at the map?
Well, I guess I should go. The dogs are starting to bug me, and I think now I know why, because it's supper time. I haven't even had supper yet. Yeah,
up,
we'll
Laura?
chat up here. Hey. Oh, no. Oh, Dre's in there. Okay, cool. And Laura, Edward. Okay, cool. Sorry, guys. I just run a little late here, so. Tired now. Good nap.
Gee whiz, how that works.
Yeah.
Oh,
you-
Dora the Explorer.
Oh, you're hungry? Okay. I got a dog telling me she's hungry.
Which one? Gracie or?
Yeah, this one.
She's going, come on, Dad, it's dinner time.
She's just sitting there being fidgety because she wants stuff. Yeah. She's hungry. Oh, Vader's hungry too. Okay. Just gotta go feed the dogs and get something for myself. Okay, come on, let's go. Yeah.
Okay, stop.
Justin, anything new on your end down there?
I always thought it's just hot as shit right now. Hot in the house right now, too.
Yeah. Now the dogs don't like to go out for very long, do they?
They'll go out for about 20, 30 minutes and then they'll want to come back in. It's just, like I said, the last couple days, it's at midday, it's been pretty warm in the house as well. The air conditioner's having trouble keeping up with it.
Morning.
Good
You're
morning.
all disheveled
Good
there.
evening.
How you doing?
Was that?
Dominic is in the house.
Yes. I'm here. I'll just find some chat.
I've had these glasses forever, Laura. I just don't wear them all the time.
Yeah, I've got a different set at the moment.
I actually had these glasses for like over a year.
Yeah, I just can't be bothered getting the other ones.
Oh, Joe, right now it's 97 here, but it feels like 115.
Okay.
I mean, it's freaking hot.
Yep.
Little Llama Laura says, "Hi, Dominic."
I can't see the chat at the moment, so
Okay. Yeah, USA Drone Flyers here. Laura's here.
hello, Joe. Hello,
Ray,
Laura.
Ray was the first one in today.
Hello, all.
I don't know, nobody's saying nothing.
Ed Hassick
There's Sarah.
and Sarah. He's so handsome with his glasses on.
A little heart face emoji.
So it's back to another work week for the working people.
Mm-hmm.
Although I imagine that some of our people work weekends too. So, but the typical back when I was a kid, the work week was Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
and the weekends off. But that's all kind of switched around now. You've got retail, you've got restaurants, you've got all kinds of people doing a whole kind of service industry.
Well, yeah, and the world's moving a lot faster these days, so shit tends to be open more now.
Yep, exactly.
Mm.
A lot of companies can't afford to be closed on the weekends anymore.
Okay. I've got the chat now. Finally. Okay.
That's why I don't understand.
Hello,
Oh, go ahead.
Dre.
This is why I don't understand why banks and like the post office and all that are still closed on the weekends. I think that's so stupid.
Yeah.
The world's moving too fast. There's too much shit going on for those places to be closed.
Exactly.
Well, besides that, look at the numbers of people that they could put to work by filling those positions. The old work week was traditional, but it's all in our history as far as I'm concerned. It's in our past.
What's up, Lynn?
Hey, Lenny. I don't know, it's just getting kind of packed up.
Mm-hmm.
I think the squirrels attacked him.
No, what happens is I keep bumping my arm and my skin has become so thin
Mm.
whenever you bump it, it's breaks open.
Yeah, it does happen though. It's pretty common to see people.
But that's the older people, yeah.
with the like a lot
Yeah.
of bruising and
A
stuff.
lot of marks and bruises, yeah.
Oh, that's damn near what we are at, Joe. You're just a couple degrees hotter on the Fahrenheit. But that's exactly what we're at right now. We're at 97. Feels like 115 with 57% humidity. So we're pretty much dead, almost dead on match there.
It takes too much energy to do that with anybody, Lynn. Lynn, she's got me mixed up with the other Paul, The other Paul's the one that's wrestling with his girlfriend.
What's up, Al? Oh yeah, I'd love to have a job with 4 10-hour shifts and have a 3-day weekend.
It's a
10-hour
little
shifts.
bit breezy on the water. Out of the west northwest. That's the Maumee. Victory is the tug behind it, and the barge is the Maumee. There isn't a lot of ship traffic on the lakes today. They're all bunched. That happens periodically. They get all bunched up different places. Like up the top of the lower peninsula, there's all kinds of surface ships and all kinds of surface ships over in Lake Superior, but not down here.
Sarah, you better not be driving and typing in the chat.
Well, she got voice command, doesn't she?
No, she knows how I am about playing on the phone and driving. She knows I don't like that.
Really?
Oh yeah, if I'm in a car with her, I get pissy with her if she starts messing with her phone.
Here's the what it looks like out on the lakes today. Right now, at this particular time. You can see a whole bunch of ships up here. Not a whole bunch, but a few. But more of them are over, because this is the main destination right here is where they usually load up.
Duluth.
Tuggertha, Burns Harbor. And Burns Harbor is headed for Burns Harbor, which is southern lake. Is right down here in Lake Michigan, Burns Harbor. All of these ships are hauling usually iron ore. They come from
Where's
over here.
where are you at on there? Trying to see.
I'm right here.
Okay.
And that ship that's going downbound right now is right here. The Victory,
Where's that bridge at that goes to Canada? Is that the 402?
right there. Yep.
Okay, so that's where you normally fly at right there.
Yep. I usually park right about here and fly from
Okay.
there. Go up or go down. Let's change it to
So it goes from Highway 6994 to 402.
yep. There's the satellite view. And I usually park in one of these two spots are my favorite parking spots right there. Those are two handicap spots right there.
Why didn't they make matching bridges? It looks so weird.
Well,
Mm.
this
I know
is,
that-
this
I
is
know
the first one. This is the first one built on that side.
Well, I know they added one, but they should have made it. look the
1940s,
same.
1940s, late 40s, early 50s. This one was they just built like in 2010. And yes, that was a big controversy. Everybody was pissed because they didn't do matching bridges.
Well, if anything, if they should do is tear down the old one and rebuild a new one and make it look. Yeah, it just looks weird that they don't match.
Yep. Oh yeah, that was a big controversy over here too. Like, why the hell didn't they match the bridges? Well, I think it's all because of technology. The first bridge was made where they used to use the steel rivets and pound them into place, you know? And I think the new bridges is welded.
Well, I mean, and if the bridge is that old, honestly, that one should be replaced sometime.
Well, they get
near
inspected
future.
regularly, but yes, I agree.
Because most bridges, I think, only have an average of like a 50 to 100-year lifespan, depending on the type of bridge.
Right.
Yeah, but that bridge is independently owned. Government don't own it now, do they?
Well, yeah, half of it's owned by the US and half of it's owned by Canada. But they actually are administered jointly by the Blue Water Bridge Authority, which has Canadian people and American representation.
hmm Mm.
They're inspected daily, or you mean yearly, Lynn?
Oh, they've got people on the bridge all the time. In fact, the one
Uh,
portion of that bridge is shut down right now because they're doing repairs.
Yeah, the maintenance stuff they were doing.
Yep. Yeah, there's always something going on the bridge. They've got their own crews. On the American side, it's the state of Michigan has crews that go up there and work. And they also do, typical contracting to contractors.
Nope, that bolt's not mine to touch. No, that belongs to Canada.
In
Mm.
fact, right up in the middle of the river, there's a sign. If you're going into Canada, it says "Welcome to Canada," and if there's another sign that says "Welcome to the United States."
The flag's there in the middle too, isn't it?
Yep. It's kind of chilly here, Paul. What's the temperature there?
I'm not sure. Give me a second.
It's 66 degrees here.
What? It's 61 here.
Yeah. See, so you're not that much colder than it is here,
Mm.
which is highly unusual for being
Uh,
August the 7th.
No, I've got to correct that. That was yesterday's temperature. It's 41 here.
Oh, okay.
That sounds better. No, it can't be 60.
Okay. I know I got meat going here, but you guys back up. 67. And it feels like 67 too. What's your temperature, Paul?
Oh, yeah, 66.
Yeah.
And it feels all of everything in 66 degrees. It's kind of chilly.
But it's climate change. Oh, no, sorry. That's the wrong
Yeah.
one.
There's Mia out in the backyard.
Oh,
Hey,
good.
Captain Joe, hey, welcome.
She loves it out there. She's surveying the area, making sure everything's where it's supposed to be. Time to Fly says that Justin looks educated with those glasses.
Yeah,
I don't want to stay too cold for too long. Let Walmart be getting the Halloween stuff up soon.
Oh, it's gonna be, back to school. And then they'll start putting Halloween stuff out. Usually around, middle of September.
Yeah, it's supposed to go down to 62 overnight tonight. It's gonna be chilly. Holy crap. You see Thursday night, Paul? Down to
What's that?
56 degrees. $56 on Thursday night. Holy crap, I get my winter woolies out.
Your winter what?
Winter woolies.
The hell is that?
you don't know what Woolies are?
Woolies, underwear.
I get my long john.
Yeah, long johns.
Wool underwear.
I don't know by having wool underwear if that's gonna really make you any warmer if that's what you're,
Well,
the only
what,
thing.
what all, the wool underwear just held in the body heat. It didn't dissipate.
Yeah, it keeps your nuts warm.
It doesn't warm you up any, but it doesn't allow it to cool down as fast either. Because we used to wear wool underwear when we did skiing up north.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, is that all you're wearing?
No, underneath your clothes.
Underwear.
Like thermal underwear.
Oh, yeah. Screw that out. I'm not wearing no wool underwear down here in Florida.
Exactly.
It doesn't even get cold enough in the winter to wear wool underwear down here.
Oh, jeez. It does here.
Oh, I can't wait till
Hey, Tim.
winter time rolls around. It starts getting cold fronts down here.
Wait,
Oh,
these don't have nuts.
I promise you I do, Wayne. What's up, Tim?
Mr. Tim. He must be at work. Or
Not
getting
Martin.
getting ready to go. What time is it over there, Dominic?
At 22 minutes past 7 a.m.
Yeah, he's probably on his way there or just getting to work.
Hey, Mark.
What's up, Bill?
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill. Later, Bill.
Bill, newfound drone.
Okay, did all that work. I had supper now. I want to go to sleep.
Yeah, you want to take a nap? Yeah.
Where you at?
Yeah, I found the older I get, every day that goes by, I figure it's more of a nap day than anything else.
Oh, well, I slept in the coach last night. So
You had what?
I slept in the coach last night.
Oh, did
Well,
you?
Morning, just back was killing me this morning. Well, because I had, I got first coat in my bedroom last night. Well, I got one side for tomorrow anyways. What really?
Did you get a chance to take your truck?
Well, I went over to Canadian Tire this morning, right off the hop there. and got some that stuff from Lucas. Supposed to help, so I put it in, but I could still hear it rattle. But you got to let it run through the engine. So, anyways, I had to go do a sign, and I stopped, and you could still hear it rattle, but didn't seem quite as bad. Back here, I could still hear it, but very lot quieter. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Mm. Yep, I saw that, Mark. England went through on penalties in the Women's World Cup. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, dude, look at that. New COVID-19 variant has emerged.
Oh,
No, it hasn't. They're a bunch of liars.
just had a big gust of wind come through.
Yeah, you keep it down the state because it's been reported United Kingdom and United States. Didn't say anything about Canada. But expect it to pop up in Canada soon.
Well, yeah, we want to share with you just like you share your smoke with us, you know?
Yeah, I figured that much was coming. Eh.
Okay. Yep.
I gotta check on Mia. She's out there somewhere. Right back.
Mhm. Mm.
Must be a big storm heading to Korea, I guess. They got a bunch of Boy Scouts, including hundreds of Canadians, to evacuate Korea Jamboree ahead of the storm.
Okay.
Must be a big one coming down.
Yeah, it's so chilly in here. I've got a floor heater going over here,
Wow.
but I get chilly easy.
Hmm.
Anything below 64, I mean 70, 75, 74, I get a little chilly, you know?
Hmm.
Mia doesn't like it. She starts panting. So that's my indicator. I know when it's getting too hot or too cold.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that is, Mark. Dominic might know who that is.
Oh, yeah. I know who it is. Yeah. Okay.
Tim didn't get a job today, so he was off again today.
Oh,
Mm.
he's off. So does that mean he's coming on here?
He just said he didn't get a job for today.
Come on, Tim.
Here in Canada, they brought so many refugees here. They don't have any places to put them, so they're asking people to open up your homes, let in strangers and live with you. Yeah, go pound salt. You're the one that created the problem. You go live with Cook and Trudeau.
Exactly.
You want to bring so many over here. I'm such a good guy. I'm bringing all these refugees over. Well, you guys, even in New York over there, there's say, whoa, we can't handle all the people. Well, you guys, you got the Democrats got one, got the border wide open.
Mm.
They don't think of the end game. They just want all the pain and glory. And now they dumped the rest of the stuff someplace to put them on the actual states now. So,
No comment.
Sorry. Freaking allergies are kicking my ass right now.
Oh no.
Keep sneezing like every 30 seconds. I think it's gotten worse since I took my allergy medicine because it's like trying to clear everything out of me.
well, there's a headline to read. A young man killed after being shot multiple times. Well, no shit.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
British government has a floating apartment.
Yeah.
Hold on, so they actually have floating apartments on the water?
Hmm.
They have 137,000 asylum seekers requests currently. You only got the room over there for all that bullshit. Let's send them down to Wales.
Well, they say they want to come over here and better our company, our country. Why didn't they do that
Yeah.
down there? Better their country down there instead of up here.
Who wants to come there?
Well, no, they said the immigrants, they come here to better our country. Well, why don't they better their country while they're,
In their own country. Yeah, I get it.
I've never heard anybody say that they were gonna better anything, but
Exactly.
saying
they-
now, they're trying to spin everything, right?
what they need to do is if there's, the thing is they need to work on their own shit.
Yeah.
Running from your problem ain't gonna help. I don't care how bad it gets in America, I ain't leaving here. I won't, this is my home.
Hey, Chin, how's it going? Chin's with us, Mark White.
Imagine,
No,
imagine you live in a country of 5 million people and 500,000 of them are all fleeing. Imagine
Mm.
those 500,000 taking up in arms and going at the government. You know?
yeah, why don't those 500,000 people revolt against their own government and change it the way they want it? Why do they need to come here and create all the havoc they have here?
Their problem, I don't know, what do you call it, better land or something? There's South Korea. Looks like they, down there by South Korea, looks like some, what do they call that? Not hurricanes over there, but what do they call them over there?
Typhoons.
Typhoons, yeah. Look at this one here, wow.
Yeah,
There's
that's a typhoon.
over Japan, but
Mm.
it's just swirling there, looks like it's coming over it, I don't know. Wow, she's swirling.
Yep.
What's the name of that typhoon? Do you know, Paul?
I don't know. I haven't found out anything. Did expected arrival of a typhoon, but it doesn't say which one it is. They haven't named it by the looks of it. Tropical storm Khan, Khanun, is expected to make landfall in South Korea Thursday morning.
Okinawa, huh?
Mm.
Korean Prime Minister Hin Duck-Seo
Okay, so I'd be right at 6-2.
right above Okinawa, yeah.
Alright, Mark, let me pull it up. Yes. There it is.
Wow, that's quite the place. Refugee barge. Wow.
Alright, so there's the apartment barge.
Hmm.
That weird, eh? They built an apartment on a barge.
Yeah, they're
Nice.
putting all the refugees in there.
Yeah,
Good
but it's kind
idea.
they can move it around as needed, right?
I would like pack them all in there and then just kind of slowly drag it out into the Atlantic. Get about 100 miles out and then just let it go.
Good.
Just let it drift up.
Slowly take them back to where they came from without
Right.
them.
Yeah,
Just
give them an
move-
ocean tour.
Just move about a mile a day until they don't, until they
Take
finally
'em
realize.
back down to southern Brazil.
Ugh.
Excuse me. Well, I think it's time to shut this air conditioner off. It's freaking cold here. That damn, I went and made my bed, all nice and neat, new clean sheets. Freaking dogs in there, and they're fucking wrestling in there.
Oh, cookie,
Sarah got
Yes.
them at work.
chocolate chippers.
That's kind of cool idea for construction workers. Yeah.
Hey, Mark, where was that barge at?
It's off the
Just-
coast, like where off the coast of England,
Oh, England. Okay.
the UK. Yeah, he said it was,
Portland and Dorset.
Oh, okay. Dorset.
They're traveling from the dry dock in Fairmouth, Cornwall, Tuesday.
look at that.
Well,
Good old
Captain
fashioned
Joe,
American
how
chocolate chip
how
cookie.
did you make out with your diabetes thing?
Look at that, Joe. Good old fashioned American chocolate chip cookie. It's the size
Yeah.
of it's the size of your hand.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Joe says he can't eat sugars now since he went to the doctor.
He said earlier in the chat, he has to take a shot every, I think once a week or something in the stomach.
Mm.
Oh, looks like you get no more good Cajun food for you there, Joe. Can't eat all that starchy food that turns to sugar.
But it's funny, my doctor said I just cut back maybe one sugar in your coffee. That's all he said.
Looks like it's kale salads from here on out, Joe.
Yep.
Fucking rabbit food.
Yeah,
I've
gonna be-
never had sugar in my coffee.
it's time for kale salads and tofu meatloaf there, Joe. You
Well, I
want
think
to go-
it's quite prevalent over here, Dominic, for them to order a coffee like at a drive-through with cream and double sugar.
show off.
No. We don't have cream, we have milk.
Don't you hate that when you mistype something and then you go to correct it and you mistype that?
Yeah. well,
Yep.
I did that the other day. I was pissing myself off. I did it 3 times in a row. I was like, damn it. 'Cause I was just typing too fast on my keyboard. I was looking at the screen. I was just fucking going to town on the keyboard. Yep, Joe, that means no more rice. No more potatoes. Anything with starch in it. Don't worry, Joe. If you want to send me all the food that you have, I'll send you some tofu and kale back to you. We'll
Mm.
do a little trade.
This is Matt Risky, 10 Redstone, letter 9, replying 15.
Got some,
Okay, Google, stop.
I got some great grass clippings in the back too, Joe. Put a little Italian dressing on it.
Hey,
It's raining again.
It's a break out there, Paul.
Oh, gee, raining again, eh?
Oh my God, these allergies.
Have you got any antihistamine?
Yeah, I took one about 30 minutes ago, so it hasn't really
It needs a
kicked in
while
yet.
to kick in.
Yeah,
Need about an hour to kick in.
I don't know, Joe. Nope. I come down there and take everything out your freezer.
Oh, yeah, it's coming down a pretty good clip.
Me and Tim are coming down there to do an intervention on you, Joe. We're gonna take all your food
Yeah.
out your fridge and freezer.
No more candy bars.
Every time you try to eat a Cajun bowl of food, I'm gonna shock you with the taser. Yeah, that rain ain't stopping anybody. Ron said it cleared up yesterday, but apparently
It
it
was
came right
clear,
back
it
in.
was clearer earlier today, but then it all of a sudden swooped in again. But you don't see
Yeah,
the traffic on the street you normally would at this time of day.
I think it is, Joe. I think Ron's down there just wetting the streets on purpose so he can be like, oh, I'm mad, it's raining. I can't come. Uh, oh, it was so funny last year when Ron came on. He was like, we couldn't go down there. It was raining. So me and Matt pull up the cameras from Sturgis. And it was, the streets were wet, but it wasn't raining at all. It was pretty dry. Oh, we gave him such crap. It was funny. Oh, I know, Joe, right? It actually hasn't
Really?
rained here much. And I have a feeling, Joe, it's because of that, El Nino crap. Because we just don't have any storms coming in from the east because of that. It's blocking all the storms. It hasn't been raining here every day like it normally was a year ago. Last year or the year before last.
Still a lot of bikes there though, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, there's the numbers.
Yeah, you don't want to lose it, do you? Hey, gents, how's everyone doing?
Good,
Yeah,
how you
Lance.
doing?
All right.
Hey,
Good.
hey, guys.
Bummer that you plan your trip it's your one trip and it rains
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
right, Lance. Yeah,
That would not be fun.
not at all. So how are you doing, Lance?
I'm good. I'm good. I just took my Avata out and flew my my Lighthouse. I think I have the head tracking down, but I shouldn't say down. I've got a better understanding of how it works now. So I'm liking that. And then I captured the Blue Angels yesterday. The Blue Angels flew. We have something called Seafair up here in Seattle. And
Mhm.
I checked Google. I wasn't sure exactly how far I live from Seattle, but I live 21 miles as the crow flies. So
Have you been getting a lot of rain up there, Lance?
It's been raining in the morning time, like probably 4 to 6 in the morning. It's wet, but not a lot.
Okay,
And like right now it's sunny, and but it's supposed to rain like all week, kind of like what it's been doing. And so I flew the Blue Angels with my Mavic 3 from my house, and let me show you. If you look closely, right here where my mouse is moving,
yeah,
that's where the Blue Angels are. They're going to fly this way. And this is 28 times zoom. So the quality is poor, but here's downtown Seattle. You'll
pretty
see,
hazy, yeah.
yeah, and you'll see the Space Needle come into play here in a second, but I'll hit play. And there they go. I don't know if you can see them, but they're going across the screen. And that's 20 times X. So it's not great quality, but I was at least able to find them from my house.
Are those jets?
Those are jets. Those are the Blue Angels.
Oh, nice.
There's this Space Needle right there. They're going to whip back around, come up next to the Space Needle, and then downtown, down on the waterfront where they fly. It's called Seward Park. They'll fly Seward Park, so they'll come back around, and again, you kind of lose them. But the quality is not great. But at least I was able to find them.
Well, the weather wasn't helping at all.
No, and the weather was very hazy yesterday. Last couple of days it has been. But here they come, and then they'll fly right. I thought that might be a water tower, but looking closer, it's actually the Space Needle. Then they dip down, and then I cut away, and then you'll see. This may be a bird that comes into play right here. I don't know. That might be a bird.
I don't know. That's flying too straight. And
Nah, that's a bird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and but
yeah.
this next one is a jet, I believe, coming down.
Yeah, that's a jet.
So anyway, it
What
was
did you shoot that with?
Mavic 3 at 400 feet at 28 times zoom.
And that's what I was wondering, because the footage looked like it was in the air, but it looked pretty shaky, but that was because you were zoomed out so far.
Yeah, and so 28x isn't worthwhile for anything hardly, but I just thought, hey, I wonder if I could find them, because I knew they were flying yesterday at 3:30 to 4:30, and so I took my Mavic up about 4 o'clock and went straight up above my backyard, and that's what I caught. It was kind of cool. I mean, that I was able to find them anyway.
Oh, the Australia has their version of Blue Angels too. What is it called, Dominic? Don't you
The
guys have your own?
roulettes.
Yeah,
The roulettes.
yeah.
roulette.
Roulette.
Yeah, the roulettes, I believe.
Like roulette table.
Are they all
Yeah.
female pilots or what? Roulettes.
And as far as I know. But, these days, with the way things are going, they'll probably have an all-female team there somewhere.
Yeah, they do a really cool air show in Lakeland down here in Florida, which is about 30-minute
Yeah,
drive from
I
here.
need another air show.
Mark says he's only 4,624.7 miles from my house.
That's not far.
Not at all.
Like a
Is he
day.
Canada? Is he England?
He's in
There's
England.
Manchester.
England. Yeah, okay.
Manchester.
Manchester in the UK.
Okay. That's right.
Oh, that's just a small drive, a 1-day drive there, Mark.
There you go.
Only at like 700 miles an hour, but
Is that the shortest route, Mark, or is it up over top of the planet and back down the shorter route? I know that all the commercial airliners do use the shorter where they go up north and then back down south again, but
actually, Mark, I read it the way you were intending to write it. See, that's the thing is like, so when somebody puts a wrong word sometimes in a sentence, it doesn't mess me up. I'll know what they're trying to say.
Yeah, you read
I'll
it as it
they-
should be read. Yeah.
Right, as they intended it to be read. Like generally, if I'm reading it to myself, I'll read it the wrong way, but then I'll reinterpret it and know exactly what they meant.
Mm. Straight line. Planes don't fly in a straight line, sadly.
no, they don't. They do not. What do they call it? The Great Circle or the Great
The
Arc?
Great Circle, yeah.
Yeah.
Have they been, the SR-71 Blackbird, did they bring that back into service? Because it's been
Mm-mm.
it's been spotted quite a few times around the country in the
Mm.
past few months.
I don't think that's even flying anymore, is it, Paul?
Oh, it's been spotted 3 or 4 times in the past 6 months flying around the US.
Huh.
That's
I
why I
thought
was
they
wondering.
retired all the Blackbirds and they got one of them they put on that aircraft carrier in New York Harbor.
I did
Mm.
too, but I'm wondering if they brought it back or something, because the
Yeah, they
thing
might.
is the Blackbird still holds all the records.
Yep.
So if they re-updated it, if they completely updated all the electronics and maybe a little bit of the body,
Until they bring out the 2 new ones that they've been working on.
Yeah, they've been working on 2 new replacements.
Yep. Project Aurora.
If you look up Project Aurora, I think you can get some. I don't know if there's photographs or it's just renderings.
They're
Yeah,
just
'cause-
renderings. Because they've got the SR-75 and the SR-82. The
Yeah.
SR-75 has an unfortunate nickname as the SOB, Son of Blackbird. So I don't think they've ever given it an official name other than Project Aurora. But you don't know what they've got hidden in Skunk Works at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Paul Hodges, what's your dog's name back there in the background?
That was Gracie.
You Beagle?
Yep, she's a beagle. That's Gracie, yeah. I
Do
got
you
another
have-
one here, a black one. I got a dorky here someplace.
Do you have property?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't have, I got a house, but yeah.
Well, I meant like land. I mean, beagles need land to roam.
Oh, yeah, well, they got the backyard, but I go to the trailer, they got a lot more down there to run around and stuff.
We had a beagle growing up and we had property, and then we moved to the city, and from that point on the dog was just defeated for us. I mean, because he was so used to property, be able to run around and chase deer and rabbits. And
I know she can't get out of the yard. So.
what they don't know,
SR-71's existence was revealed to the public in 1964. Entered service in the United States Air Force January 66. In 1989, the U.S. Air Force retired the SR-71, largely for political reasons. Several were briefly reactivated during the 1990s before they were finally retired in 1998.
Yeah, but now there's 2 different things. One was spotted on February 27th, breaking the sound barrier at high altitude. And then there's another video from February 17th of this year where one was being escorted by an F-22.
Mm.
It might be the newer models that
That's
they're.
what I'm wondering, if they updated 1 or 2 of them to
Oh
like
yeah,
newer
they've got updates.
I don't know.
What,
That's
what
what I'm
did you
saying.
say? What did
I
you
wouldn't
say
be
they were called?
surprised if they've retrofitted a few as well.
Dominic, what did you say the names of the new ones were?
There's an SR-75 and an SR-82 coming out of Skunk Works, but no one's ever seen them, only renderings. But I reckon what they've done is, because Project Boxcar was when they built the YF-12 into the SR-71. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're using an SR-71 frame and they've retrofitted it with all the new gadgets on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's quite a few videos and news stories that I've read the last couple of months where it's been spotted in different areas. Maybe they're just, they
Yeah,
could
the
just
son
be
of
using it for
Blackbird.
testing. I don't know. Yeah, I saw that, Tim, at the air show. Uh, What story are we looking at on this, page, Lynn? Cause it's just a list with a crap ton of pages of news stories. Yeah. I like how there's a story that says new propulsion systems will thrust America past China's space program. Dude, their
Yes.
program ain't even on the same level as SpaceX. Get out of here. Ain't nobody on SpaceX's level. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
They're doing stuff that even NASA's not doing.
Yep.
Yeah, oh, the SR-72. Yeah, Lynn.
Hmm.
I saw the article for that.
But there's also the other two.
But here's, it says explore more. There's the 71, which is the Blackbird. There's the Aurora,
Aurora.
Well, the Aurora's never been confirmed either. That's been a,
the DARPA,
Aurora's been a kind of a, what, like a, conspiracy for a long time.
Nah.
I don't think it's ever actually been confirmed it existed.
And then you got the TR-3B Manta Ray.
Oh, you know which one I really like is the B-21 Raider. That thing is badass looking.
Yeah.
And it's it's actually a little smaller than the original stealth bomber. It's
Yeah.
a little bit smaller, but it can carry a pretty big payload still.
You just want something to get there really quickly, take photos, and then come back really quickly. Get the hell out of Dodge.
without being shot down.
Well, what they
Yep.
want really is they want to, if you like the SR-71, if I'm not mistaken, that thing could outrun most SAMs because it
Oh,
was so
definitely.
fast. Like,
Mark 3. Yeah.
Well, I think what the Russians did when they brought down the Blackbird, they fired them ahead of it so that it was the SAM missile was going towards, they were going towards each other. Where I understand if you fired it here and here, it wouldn't catch it.
oh, I don't think they ever shot down an SR-71. I did a
No, they
U2.
shot down the U2.
Yeah, the
U2
U2.
spy.
That
Scary
one-
Powers.
But that wasn't a supersonic plane either.
No, that was
That
a spy
thing just-
plane.
That thing was just had a huge wingspan, so it could fly at really, really high altitudes.
Yeah.
'Cause it didn't need much.
100,000 feet, I think they said.
Yeah, it didn't need much air to keep it in the.
And it could fly for long periods of time.
That's why I said I think when the SR-71 was conceived, I don't think there was a missile that could catch that thing. It was
Not at
faster than a
3,000
speeding bullet.
3,000 miles an hour. Yeah.
Like I said, as far as we know, it still
Yeah.
holds the records for the fastest speed, but I'm sure they have other shit in the works, like we were saying. They probably have beat it since then, but
Yeah, they got one with a cloaking device, I reckon.
oh, if you look at the B-21 Raider, so they were showing videos of it
Yeah.
flying. And the way the air moves across it, when you were looking straight up at it, you could almost not even see it.
Yep.
The way that the air flows over it, it almost made it almost invisible. It was really weird looking.
Yep.
I mean, you
and
could
it doesn't
see
have
it.
any. It doesn't have any outtakes either.
Yeah, I saw that.
The intake outtake valves, and the heat
They did it like kind of like the
the heat
F-22.
dispersion.
Yeah. What's crazy is how unstable those planes are without the computer aided software.
Yeah,
It would literally be impossible for you to fly a B2
manually. Yeah,
without computers helping you.
Well, that would make the pilot actually the co-pilot.
That's why I said in the
Yeah.
that's like the F-22, the computers are so advanced in that they said it's easier learning how to fly one of those than it is a 4-seater Cessna. Like they said they literally could train somebody enough in, you know, a week and a half's time to be able to fly that plane, get it off the ground, fly it, and bring it back with no problems. That's how easy it is to learn how to fly because of the all the computer advancements that are put in it.
yeah.
Yeah, then now all the Navy ships too, a lot of them are starting to get the F-35s now. They're getting rid of some of the older platforms. I know the Harriers are going away. As soon as they get the F-35s, I'll put on the assault ships, little mini carriers.
Are they still flying the vertical takeoffs?
Yeah, the Marines use it. So there's actually there's 3 different variants of the F-35. You have the A, B, and C. One of them is Stovall takeoff, which is what the Marines will use on their assault ships, which are the little mini aircraft carriers. They're like half the size of a super carrier. Then you have the ones that the Air Force will use, which would be your standard plane that will land at an airport, take off from an airport. Then you have the ones that are made for the Navy ships, for the super carriers. They have the stronger landing gear and the foldable wings for storage.
Yeah.
So there's 3 different variants of it.
Yeah. And watching those things take off vertically, it's unbelievable.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love why, especially the F-22, man. That thing is
Yeah,
insane.
they just don't need much of a, they don't need any runway. It's like a helicopter.
Yeah.
Well, the only problem with the vertical
Is it?
takeoff planes is they are a little bit less limited than like what the Navy uses or the Air Force. Because they can't carry as much fuel and payload because they don't have enough takeoff speed, you know what I'm saying? That's why the jump ramp carriers are such crap. I don't know why so many countries are building those because they're junk compared to the super
Oh, the
carriers.
ones with the nose that flips up.
Right, because that limits your planes because you can't carry as much fuel and you can't carry as big of a payload, which limits the range and the capability of your planes versus the US and French carriers. They're all catapults, so you can load those things down all the way with fuel and payload with ammunition and bombs and just send it. It gets enough speed to take off.
Yeah, but even if the other ones can't carry that much fuel, they can still do, air refueling. Oh, Paul, I think I'm going to take off. I'm going to go lay down for a little bit. I'm yawning my head off.
Yeah, you're kind
You
of
mean
tired.
you mean go to bed?
I ain't going to bed this early. I'm just going to go have a nap.
Well,
You're
the
not
thing
gonna
is-
go to bed this early. It's 6 p.m.
What
takes a nap at 6
what
p.m.?
he did is he fell asleep on the couch last night and woke up in the middle of the night just back killing him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who goes to bed, who takes a nap at 6 p.m.?
Yeah, but no, I'm just gonna take the edge off. I got some dishes to put in the dishwasher, and I got a little laundry to do too. So.
Yeah, I'll just go take a couple happy pills and knock out for the night.
Yeah, there you go.
You got any signs for tomorrow?
Got one so far, so.
Sounds like it's slowed down a little bit.
Maybe. No, but I got all those ones to do for Doug Cherry. I got about 20 of them to do.
Oh, okay.
But they don't have to be done overnight, right? So. Yeah, she's wearing me out there, Easy. That's it. Yeah. Mark says I can go to bed there. It's 11 o'clock. Yeah, I wish. But anyway, guys, we're gonna talk to you later. We'll see you
Okay, Paul.
in the morning.
Yep. So Tim's got the day off and he didn't stop in. What's going on?
I don't know. I seem to be going okay, Tim, as far as what he's told us so far.
Yeah, she's a little more timid. She's not looking to be broadcast out there, but yeah, I think he said, didn't he say this morning that they get along really well and they got a lot of things in common, so and that helps. That helps.
Well, let's face it, the last like 3 or 4 girls he tried to go out on a date with were either scams or they went out on one date and then just was like, nope, I don't want
Dropped him, yep.
You know, so there's some people, and not just girls, but guys out there, because I don't want to just say one does it, but there's a lot of them out there that literally will just go out on dates to get free food.
Good idea.
There was one guy that got in trouble here in the US about, was it 4 or 5 years ago? And they called him the, I can't remember. They had a name for him, but he was meeting girls on Tinder, and then he'd go to a really nice restaurant with them and he would eat and then he would just take off and leave them.
Leave him at the table, huh?
Yeah. And then and he was dining and dashing, leaving all these girls in, and he actually ended up getting in trouble for it because, you know, some of the girls were there under the understanding that he was paying for dinner and they didn't have the money.
Well, at least
on 'em.
you'd be under the understanding he's gonna pay half and not just both from the whole check.
Well, what he was doing was telling the girls that he was gonna pay for dinner and to take them out on a date. So, you know, some of these girls probably didn't bring money with them because they didn't think they needed it. And then this guy goes and runs out, and then they're sitting there with the check in their hand and don't know what to do. You know, and then they have to call the police and make a police report.
That'd be piss you off, wouldn't it?
But yeah, the guy ended up getting in trouble for it.
Well, I would imagine because he's got to have a digital signature. You know, they should be able to find him online, you know?
Mm.
Well, this is the thing too, is you kind of have to hold both parties responsible to a certain extent, right? Because I can't just go to a restaurant assuming you're going to pay and then be like, all right, and then when you're done eating, I just get up and leave. And you might not have enough money to pay for my food. So is it your responsibility to pay for what I ate, or is it mine? I would say it's my responsibility, you know? And that's the way they looked at it with that guy was he took off and left and didn't pay for his half of the food. I mean, cause Tim said go out on dates just for the beer.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, why don't you come on here? We're missing somebody. Hollywood Squares doesn't look good without you being here. Lynn says a strong, independent woman always carries enough to cover herself.
Yeah. Well said.
Wayne B says a date with Justin, all you can eat burritos.
Hey, some girls don't like to have to go to fancy restaurants. They'd enjoy going to a taco truck or
Yeah, AZ
Some little
AZ
hole-in-the-wall
agrees. It
restaurant.
says when you take a date out, you are responsible.
well, that's what I'm saying. If you're going by old school rules and values, I guess, or expectations, the guy always pays. There
Yeah.
are some girls out there today that will actually want to pay for a date when they go out with somebody. Because, you know, some of the newer generations don't feel like it's always should be the guy. It should,
Mhm.
you know, some girls will feel like, you know, I don't mind paying. Which is actually a good sign for you if you're the guy, because it might means you had a good date.
Yeah, that knows where you stand, you know?
But like I said,
Dominic goes out on dates and he never has to pay, do you, Dominic?
I'm the other way around. I'm old fashioned. I'm old fashioned. I have to pay.
well, what's the thing is like, say I went out with a woman and like I was single and I was going out on a date. And she was very adamant about she wanted to pay. I wouldn't sit and argue with her about it. Like, if that's really what she wanted to do, I'd let her do it. I mean, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to turn it into an argument of, oh, I'm a guy and I should only have to pay, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I would offer to pay 100%, but if the girl was very adamant and she wanted to pay and we were having a good time, then by all means, I'd be like, I'll get the next one.
Well, at a minimum,
You know?
if you had a today's girl that likes to show their independence and wants to pay, you would automatically out of my mouth would come, well, no, but that's if we're going to do this, I'll pick up the tip.
It doesn't necessarily, it means a woman's trying to be strong and independent. It could just be that, you know, that she just, I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Like I said, you could always be like, you know, joke about it, how I'll get it next time, right? Like I said,
Wayne B says women want equality today. Or I've heard like if a gal wants to help pay for the meal, I've heard guys say, well, next time, you know?
Mark, Sarah would never let me pay anyway. She loves me too much.
So that just puts you in the
Oh my
category
God,
you're a boy toy or an escort or what?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Said
Sarah's.
Sarah never lets you pay, so you're like a
Yeah, but
hired
when you're
escort
married,
or boy toy or what?
when you're married, it doesn't matter though. Your money is each other's money, so
Equal money, yep.
it doesn't matter who pulls out their bank card and pays for it. It's coming out of either one of your pockets anyway.
Yeah, Lynn says some women are being forced into a life of equality.
I think that's possible, Mark. Women want equality. They can wash and all dry.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're trying to be better than you. Although there are some feminists that do take it to an extreme, you know,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
but that's what I'm trying to say is just because a girl offers to pay doesn't mean she's being feminist. That's what I was trying to get at. Doesn't mean she's like an extreme feminist that thinks, oh, I gotta be better than the man type thing.
Mm.
It could be just, she might have a really good time and wanna pay and you get the next one.
Yes, Wayne.
No, that happens, Lynn.
Yeah.
Hey, Lynn, how's the shoulder thing? Are you gonna have to have an operation, or you didn't say?
Hmm.
Sadly, yes. Okay. Not good, Lenny, but I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
Hey, Tim, to be fair, you did admit that you fucked that up with Lynn, so I'm just defending
Mm.
Lynn here. You admitted that on the live streams multiple times. Cause Lynn's a good woman. Tim's Lynn. Well, both Lynn's are,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about Tim's Lynn.
Yep. Tim screwed up. But
Well, I'm saying he admitted to that though.
we've all screwed up, you know?
But Tim was also really young at the time too, though.
How old was he when he was with Lynn first time?
Well, he's only with her once. I want to say it was 20s, right, Tim? Yeah, see, even he said, yeah, Lynn was the only one.
Okay, Lynn's got to go see the doctor, Dr. Murphy, in the morning. Okay, so that's who must be going to do the surgery, right? The preliminary, I take it.
Yeah, he was 19, she was 17. We all know what a 19-year-old boy is thinking with.
Mhm.
A little head.
And how long were you married, Tim?
You only think with the little head that has no brain in it. Lynn says we hopefully learn something tomorrow.
No, I need to.
I think I was what, 20,
She was married 12 years. He was married 12 years.
I think I was 20,
So he was 31 when he got divorced.
I think I was 22 when I got married. I think. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think I was 22, maybe 23.
They would have been married 33 years this October. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, Tim, but you know, you still have time as long as you're breathing on this planet to rectify the situation. You can sit back there and say, gee whiz, gee whiz, gee whiz, formulate a plan to put it back together.
Me and Sarah will be together. What, 16 years this year or 17 years? And then add a year on before we were getting married. Yeah, me and Sarah we fooled around a lot at the beginning and had a baby really fast. I think me and
Well,
Sarah were,
it's not gotten any better in out there in Rainland.
because I want to say me and Sarah were only together for like 4 or 5 months before she got pregnant.
Mm.
And that little 15-year-old that likes to roll her eyes at everything is walking around in the house right now as we speak.
Yep, everybody's got a story to tell, Lenny.
Hmm.
Well, the military alone, I mean, even first responders, they have some of the worst divorce rates of any, if not the worst divorce rates of any occupation. And see, the problem with the military is a lot of these young guys, they'll be fooling around with their high school sweetheart, right when they graduate, and then they go to leave in the military and they think, oh, let's get married before you go because then we'll get benefits and all this other crap.
Hmm.
And then, a year and a half down the road, doesn't work out. They end up getting divorced. And yeah, military's got a bad turnover rate with marriages for sure, Lynn. Over here, they call them Jodies. You ever heard that term before? Dominic,
No.
Jody, a Jody?
No, I haven't.
I don't know where it originated from. Lynn would probably know, but so like say you're deployed or and then like say, or you're just I don't know if it necessarily matters if you're deployed or not, but it's like if your spouse is sleeping with somebody else while you're gone,
Okay.
they
No,
call them
never heard
Jody.
that. Hmm. Interesting term, though.
Or even Joe might know where the origin of that came from. I'm not really sure.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look that up. I want to see where that came from.
Gonna look up what?
Where the term Jody came from in the military.
Oh,
Says, okay, so it means Jody decided to shake his patriotic duty and stay home while, oh, come on, and then an ad pops up right in the middle when I'm reading it. Okay, so it says Jody decided to leave his patriotic duty and stay home while you choose to serve your country. Jody is lying in wait, plotting to steal your girl when you're away. It's easy. Jody will swoop in, console her when she's lonely, and slowly fill your boots simply because he's there and you're not. He's the original Mr. Steal Your Girl. He's in every soldier's worst nightmare. And that term goes all the way back to 1939 when
Yeah.
it was introduced by the U.S. Army by African American soldiers during World War II. Originally, Jody was Joe the Grinder, and blues singer used to crone about him. Huh, interesting.
Hmm.
Aren't Jody his drone shots?
Yeah.
Mark said.
Yeah. How would you feel having that name then? After learning that.
Yeah, I think, Lynn, if you do that today, though, you can get in a lot of trouble in the military for doing that. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's actually I think you can get kicked out of the military if you get caught.
well, he's an officer. That's the problem.
But today, I think if you get caught sleeping with another soldier's, whether it be husband or wife, either way, I think that I think you can get discharged for that.
Mm.
That's funny though, Mark. Jody is drone shots. Damn, I wish Jody was actually here right now. That'd have been funny.
I bet you his ears are burning.
Yeah, Lynn didn't follow through and crush his career because she's still getting part of his pensions.
Mm.
After all these years?
Yep.
Oh wow.
What the hell is this?
Is he still alive or?
Yeah, he's living with a new wife down in, I think, Florida.
Yeah, I think they're actually really strict these days about that kind of shit though. I think like a spouse that's not in the military is okay to do that. But if you're a actual military member engaging in that, I think you can get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, she gets half of his retirement every month for the rest of her life.
Yeah, I think it is a dishonorable discharge attempt.
Panama City, Florida is where they live.
Well, like I said too, you get a lot of young guys that go in there, they're 18 fresh out of high school and like I said, they'll be with their high school sweetheart and they'll marry them and then they take off for a year, most 18-year-old girls or boys aren't really in the mindset of being alone that long. Like I said, they don't tend to think very well at that age. I mean, they kind of do it with good intent, but then a lot of times it ends up really bad. I had a lot of friends that left high school and went straight in the military, and that's exactly what they did. They ended up marrying the girl they were dating when they graduated. And almost every one of them probably today are not even with that person anymore. Are you gonna fly anything today, Paul, or no?
Well, as you can see, the weather isn't all that great.
It's always hard to tell on your TV though, because the sky's always blown out. Well, because we're looking at it through a webcam, so
Yeah.
it doesn't show as good. Like to us, it just looks like a white blur in the sky.
Mm.
I can't really tell if the weather's good or not. I don't know, man. 60 outside, that's some nice weather to go be outside in, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I got this ship coming down here, American Integrity, but it's doing 11 knots, but it's still up the coast a ways. It's got to go past Lexington and then down to here. So it's about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 kilometers up. And there isn't a lot more out there on the water. Not much there. And behind that, there isn't much either. So it's like I said, I
Pretty
think I mentioned it before that all the ships mostly are gathered up either over here in Lake Michigan or up here in Superior.
There's a bunch up there.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
This one is coming up, the Algoma Salt, but that's going to the Bruce Mines. It's not going to be, that's 3-4 hours away, so.
what you doing today, Dominic? Anything interesting?
Other than going on Lloyd, I've got a few other things to
What
get under
time's Lloyd
control.
going on? 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock?
He goes on 8.
8 o'clock Eastern. I think it's 7 Mountain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he goes on
Because it's
8
10
Eastern.
a.m. my time, so it's 8 a.m. Eastern. But I think he's on Mountain time, being in Oklahoma.
Central time, I think. He might
Okay,
be
so-
Mountain time, but I think it's Central time because you got Eastern, Central, Mountain, and then you've got Pacific time.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. Eastern.
At 8 p.m. Eastern. I just use Eastern.
That's what I do too. I just convert everything into Eastern time. It's easier that way.
Yeah, that's how I can tell what time everything's on. And when I do anything, I'll just put it as Eastern time.
Yeah, 'cause we have 3 different, or 4 different time zones in the US.
We've got 3, but becomes 5 during daylight saving.
Oh, so you chop it up at daylight savings.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of weird for about a month, right?
Pretty much, yeah. But remembering we go to daylight saving and Queensland doesn't. So that makes it
Figures Matt lives
hard
up
to
there.
keep track of Tim and Matt.
Yeah, because that's when Matt's show goes to 7 p.m. instead of 8. Because Matt always forgets. And I always have to remind him that he's going on at 7 p.m. Eastern instead of 8.
Yeah. So that pushes it out to 11 a.m. rather than 10. Which makes it easier for me. I like it. And it makes it easier for me with getting on here and various other streams. Instead of having to get up at 7 in the summer, I would get up at 7 and then get on here at 9. So it just makes it easier.
Yeah, last year I had to remind Matt too. He didn't realize that with the time change that we were starting at 7 instead of 8.
It's a couple of months away.
There's all my bird buddies out there eating the
Oh,
bird
good
feed
on
off
'em.
the ground. Morning doves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
There.
7 of them.
Oh, they're eating birdseed?
Yeah. I guess there's really only 6. I don't think that's. Oh yeah, that's one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that's one or not. 5,
There's
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. It's just hard to see because some of them look like rocks are blending in.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
But I see them moving. I counted
Oh
8.
yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, I got
And they're gone.
So that's good. Somebody
and
walked
just like
by.
that.
That's some spooky ass birds, ain't they? Don't take much to get them spooked. Time is it? Alright, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
jump
getting up
off.
to that time.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off.
Okay, everybody. I guess we're gonna call it.
Alright, I'll see y'all in the morning.
Yep, we'll see you in the morning, everybody. Dominic, thanks for coming in. Justin,
No
thank
worries.
you, my friend. And I'll
Later.
see everybody again tomorrow. Lenny, take
Bye-bye.
care. I'll give you a holler if I decide to go down by the water. Okay.
Mhm.